So if you had $100,000 to put on Cooper Flagg going #1 last night, congrats on your $100, because that's what it would bring back. He was minus $100,000 to go #1. There he is with the number 32 jersey for the Dallas Mavericks, joining a franchise coached by Jason Kidd. Going to be interesting to see how they use him early on in the season, considering Kyrie Irving is going to be out for much, perhaps even most of the season with his ACL injury. He just signed a 3-year, $119 million extension. He had a player option this year, declined that, signed the 3-year extension this week. So when the Mavs get healthy, this is what their starting five could look like. You've got Cooper Flagg there in the middle, Kyrie at the point guard position, Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis along with Derek Lively at center. But again, Irving might not play until post-All-Star break, maybe later. But you look at that and it got us thinking, let's put some starting fives up against each other. Let's put the Mavs starting five up against the Lakers starting five. Ashley Nicole Moss and Tim Doyle will say which one they like more. But the key here is you have to come to a consensus on all of these picks.
It's not going to go
Good
well.
luck.
What do you got for us?
Well, Mavs starting five. Let's take a look at the Lakers starting five as well. And again, this is when it's completely healthy, right? This is when everybody's ready to go. The Lakers have Luka, Reeves, Hachimura, LeBron, and Dorian Finney-Smith. What are you taking right now at full strength, Lakers or Mavs?
Mavericks.
Right now, I'm taking the Lakers.
Both are full strength. Both
So this is like video games?
How many times do I have to explain this to you?
Explain the rules.
Were you not listening to anything?
I thought
full strength, full
She
healthy.
is correct. The Mavericks are the right answer.
At full strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, the answer is the Lakers. We don't know what we're going to get from the Mavericks.
But at full strength, which is what the name of the game is, Chris House, so I was paying attention.
Yeah, thank you.
It is definitely the Dallas Mavericks. I think the biggest thing for me that is the question mark, even when healthy, about the Los Angeles Lakers, two things: the commitment or lack thereof to defense, and also not having a true center really limits what Luka can do. If you realize if you remember rather, when he was in Dallas, he's playing his best basketball when he has a center or multiple centers. In the case of the Dallas Mavericks, when you had Gafford and Lively, they really don't have that because they traded Anthony Davis to Dallas to get Luka, and that has really stifled Luka's game, and we already know he struggles defensively, which is why the Lakers really have to prioritize getting a big man, because that's going to take Luka's game to the next level. But fully healthy, yes, I know they have LeBron, I know they have Luka. The Dallas Mavericks have a much deeper starting five, if you ask me.
I want to see a Mavericks Hard Knocks. The drama.
What is with you in the Hard Knocks?
Because I want to go behind the scenes. I think this would be really smart. I think the NBA, did you guys see the ratings? Weren't great for the NBA Finals. And I think capturing an audience from like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders did, not that I watched that on Netflix, but I think it'd be amazing to watch Kyrie battle back from injury, Anthony Davis the roller coaster ride, Klay Thompson at the end of his career, Cooper Flagg trying to fit in with this team. I think of all the teams in the NBA, Dallas has the most intriguing storylines of all of them.
So your answer is Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah, actually, we're off to a pretty decent start. I mean, there's a little confusion there to start. So
you get the rules now.
We're going with the Mavs starting five. So we're going to spin this forward, and we're going to give you another shot to give us an answer here. The Mavs starting five or the Spurs, taking into consideration their starting five with the new addition, Dylan Harper.
Injury sliders are off.
Full health. Dallas is like really intriguing. Yeah, I want to see this. We may not even see it this year, but I think we're going to see it in the future.
I'm going to go Dallas too by a slight margin. Only because,
and you love the Spurs.
And I love the Spurs.
Like on Facebook, it says in a relationship with the San Antonio Spurs.
What year is this, Tim Doyle?
Jeez, Tim, really showing your age. Man.
Facebook. But I really do love San Antonio. He's right. I think that San Antonio is going to be a phenomenal team. I think they're even going to be a phenomenal team coming up this season. I don't know if they're going to be quite a championship contender or a deep playoff team, but they're definitely going to be better than they were last year. Obviously, Wemby got hurt. But I do think that the advantage of the Dallas Mavericks is that you have guys who have played together, whether on the Dallas Mavericks or on other tenures, and I think that's a lot seamless for Cooper Flagg to kind of enter and get acclimated. So give me the Dallas Mavericks by a slight margin.
All right, Spurs were the only team with multiple lottery picks. Jordan mentioned one of them, Dylan Harper. They also drafted Carter Bryant. We gave both of those picks an A at CBSSports.com. Next team here is we're going either or. I think I know where Tim's going because it's the Mavs starting 5 or the Rockets starting 5. Yesterday, Tim says he thinks the Rockets, with the addition of Kevin Durant, are going to win the NBA title. Let's take a look at their projected starting 5 and tell us, is this better than the Mavs?
It's better. You know why? Everyone on this right here understands their role. Kevin Durant is the closer the Rockets needed. The Rockets were really good. They won 50-plus games. You know what they didn't have, and I called some of their games. I actually called some of their playing games, is when they needed a bucket. It was like, oh, boy, is it Jalen Green? Fred VanVleet's not that guy. I'm not sure Şengün is that guy at this point. Durant is that guy. The answer is the Rockets. Come on, Ashley. Step in the water. It's nice and warm over here.
I'm not jumping on the championship train just yet, but I do think roster for roster, starting 5 to starting 5, I do give the Rockets the edge here for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, Kevin Durant is a difference maker. I think also the Rockets have the advantage of, yes, young players, but they have a young roster that has a postseason under their belt together. I think Cooper Flagg, generational talent, is going to be phenomenal. There is going to be an acclimation period. I do think that it's not going to be as long as some other players, but I still think that I'm giving the edge to the Houston Rockets.
Yes.
Also, I really do love Ime Udoka as a head coach. No knock to Jason Kidd, but I think Ime, what he's done with this Houston Rockets team and what he'll be able to do with the addition of Kevin Durant is going to be phenomenal.
We're getting along handsomely over here.
This is great. This is awesome. Things are about to get maybe even more interesting,
though. On this list?
They are not on this list. However, last but certainly not least, so you're taking the Rockets starting 5.
This is easy for me.
The Rockets or this young defending NBA champion Thunder starting 5.
It's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
For sure.
You're not sold over there.
I'm sticking with the Thunder. You are not going to make me switch.
I actually think this is going to be the Western Conference Final, and it's going to be awesome. Are the Thunder the better team right now? She's right. They are. This is going to be a work in progress with Houston. I mean, Durant's almost 40 years old, but he does fit in because they actually guard really well. That's like...
Well, he's going to be 37.
In my eyes, if you're 37 playing basketball, you're an unk. You are an unk at 37, okay? I'm calling him Uncle Kevin if I'm on that team. I think it's going to be... The West is like Minnesota, Dallas, Denver, LA. So many question marks. These two teams, in my eyes, are the best. I think Houston's going to beat them in a series, but I think the safer pick, and you're right, is OKC.
Yeah, I think you give the edge to the team that just came off of a championship. I do think, look, the Oklahoma City Thunder have to improve on 2 things. They have to continue elevating their defense, which has been a strong suit of theirs, but I also think they have to be less SGA reliant, which we saw kind of in spurts throughout the postseason. There are moments where SGA has the ball in his hand, no one's cutting, nobody's moving. That offense is very stagnant when SGA has the ball in their hand. I think that is also attributed to the fact that it's a young team. They haven't been in this position before, especially when you talk the NBA Finals. They have a year under their belt. We're going to see a drastically better OKC team next season, which is impressive because they were the best this season.